Hello everyone! Today I'm finally going to be ranking all of the Tortured Poets department. I'm so excited about this. I had kind of teased that I wanted to do this in a few of my previous videos. If you haven't watched all of my videos on the Tortured Poets department, please feel free to check them out. I've actually made a whole new playlist about everything to do with Tortured Poets department, so if you'd like to watch it all in one place, that is now available to you. But today I am going to be ranking every single one of the songs. I did do a kind of ranking, give everything a kind of how much I like it value in one of my previous videos. I have kind of done this in some capacity before, but never quite like this. I'm so excited to be doing this. I've had now nearly 2 months to mull this album over, and I think I've formed some new opinions. I did release a first impressions of the Tortured Poets department video shortly after it came out. I've definitely had a lot of time to process the album now. I've got some, solid thoughts happening in my little brain hole. Yeah, I want to share them all with you today. So if you would love to join me on this journey, please feel free. And if you are new here, hey, I love talking about Taylor Swift, I love talking about music, and I love talking about little nostalgia things. So if you like any of those things, please feel free to hit that little subscribe button so that you can see all of my new videos as soon as they launch. Okay. Shall we get into my ranking of the Tortured Poets department? Let's go through the ranks. So my top rank is top 30 of all time. These songs are just the cream of the crop. Yeah, they're up there competing with the best of them. The second ranking is My Beloved. These are everything that I just thoroughly enjoy listening to. No skips. I'm there listening. I'm sat. I'm processing everything as it comes. Also feel like I identify with a lot of these songs that I put here. So then we have Could Be The Move. I enjoy these songs. I'm listening to them. They're just not in kind of my close to my heart range, but I'm enjoying them and I like what they're doing. And for the final category, we have Still Processing. And now there are 31 songs in the Tortured Poets department full experience with the Anthology. It's a double album. I'm still processing. To some degree, I think we all are still processing, and I will still be processing for probably a year to come. I think I have kind of more or less sussed everything out at this point, but it's still got to connect for me. Like, there are songs in Taylor's discography that, like, when I first heard them, I was like, yeah, like I can see what people like about them, but it's not like me. It's not like my song yet. And a great example of that is Me from Lover. The first time I listened to that, I hated that song. And now that I've had time to process and I have had additional information and I've really had time to get over myself a little bit more, sometimes it's just about being in a different frame of mind, right? And now I love the song. So it's all about that. It's all about enjoyment. I don't want to say in any of this ranking that any of these songs are bad. I also don't dislike any of the songs on Tortured Poets department. It's not Taylor's fault that I don't gel with something. It's me. I'm still pickling. I'm sitting in the vinegar and I'm still pickling, I'm still fermenting. I'm still thinking about it. It's still the process is still happening in my mind. So without further ado, we are going to be going over these songs in the order that they appear on the album. So we are going to be starting with Fortnight. First song off the album. Number ones typically are my favorite songs, I love a good opener. I think Taylor does openers really well. This song was not what I was expecting at all, especially with it being the leading single for the album. However, I do love the sound, and when I first heard it, I was very shocked by the sound because I was thinking it was going to be like a dark academia moment, but it turned out to be like a 80s synth inspired moment, and I was like, oh. This is so not the sound that I was thinking. This is very 80s. Oh, I love it. I love Post Malone on this track. I do wish that there was more Post Malone. I hope that one day, like she did with Snow on the Beach, there is a more Post Malone version of Fortnight to come out with a whole verse from Posty. But I will say it's got to go in Could Be The Move. I do really like the song and I like it as the opener. I like what it's talking about and how it sets up the whole album thematically, but it's not one that I gravitate toward. It's not my favorite track one, but that's fine. There are a lot of track ones that are just insane. It was hard to compete there. Next up we have the Tortured Poets department, the title track of this album. This song got a lot of hate that was really unnecessary. When this song first came out and people were first listening to it and reading the Genius lyrics, people really picked this song apart. And yes, some of the lyrics are still a little bit funny to me. Stop. Okay, hold on. I saw this lyric, Anthony Fantano, The Needle Drop, posted these lyrics. I didn't know if they were real. I thought, ha ha ha, funny lyric. I didn't know he was sharing the lyrics to this song. But ultimately, the sound of the Tortured Poets Department is so for me. And I really love that about it. I really connected with this song. I really like it. And I think maybe some other people need to still process this song. For me, it is going in My Beloved. I like it more than Fortnight. It's got a little bit of something. It's fun and I enjoy it. If Fortnight had been maybe a little bit more, if there was a little bit more oomph to it, maybe it would be in My Beloved as well. Maybe Tortured Poets Department has maybe it's the Tortured Poets Department's cringe that makes me love it more. That's something to think about. Now we have track 3, My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys. This song, I'm pretty sure I originally liked it, but I wasn't connecting with it. That was devastating. The outro part was really sad. Or even the bridge. Once I fix me, he's gonna miss me. There's something to fix. I want to say in the first week of me listening, I think because I was listening to it from top to bottom, so I was still having that same treatment as I did that first listen where I'm like mulling over all of the musical information all at once kind of thing. Like I listen to albums in full often without shuffle mode. So I think that by the time it gets to My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys, after 2 songs that are pretty iconic, when you get there, you're like, oh, okay. And it's kind of more of the same sound. However, when you either shuffle it with the rest of the music or you shuffle it even on this album, there is a different appreciation that I've had for this. My partner makes playlists every month of the songs that he's kind of been listening to each month, and he kind of keeps a track of like what has been in his music listening. And this song is on his current playlist that we've been listening to in the car. And so when I heard it absent of any other Taylor Swift music, or I just heard it absent of the Tortured Poets Department, I was like, this song fucking slaps. I love My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys. Is there a shorter way to say that? Do people call it My Boy? What are people calling it? I'm not making the acronym. Listen, it's still going into my brain. I have dyslexia. The processing power of turning everything into an acronym is just too hard for me at times. You know, I'll get there at some point, but I'm not there yet. The bridge of this song is just otherworldly. I think about it all the time. I just love it. The way the song ends, it just breaks my heart. I love it so much. It's a theme that I really identify with. It's gonna go into My Beloved. Woohoo! 4th on this list, we have Down Bad. This song, I think I have kind of an additional appreciation for because it's on the Tortured Poets Department set of the Eras tour. Naturally, people are going to gravitate to those songs because they've kind of been solidified as like the songs that Taylor feels are either the strongest or her favorites if they're on that set list. I really enjoyed listening to this song the first time, and since I've listened to the album throughout the last 2 months or so, this song is only kind of growing in appreciation for me. I just really enjoy it. I was kind of sick of wearing my regular Tortured Poets Department kind of outfits, neutral palette and gold accents or silver accents or whatever. So I am wearing this kind of space themed outfit with iridescent highlighter. I've got like green, blue and pink highlighter all happening at the same time. Shout out to the Kat Von D makeup palette. What is it called? I think it's called KVD now, that makeup brand. Either way, I got it when it was still Kat Von D. Let's not go there. That's a tangent for another day. And anyway, I'm kind of trying to dress as like the theme or the kind of aesthetic that I associate with Down Bad. That was my thinking for this video, the kind of celestial vibes that she brings to Down Bad. That's what I'm bringing in this video. I really like this song. Every time I hear it, I'm really happy I'm hearing it. I think I have to put it in My Beloved now. Does it go? I think it goes at the front of My Beloved. I don't normally, like, when I put things in tier lists, move them around within the tier that they sit in, but I think for this album I'm going to. I would like to know kind of in what order I do think I like. Everything that's in top 30 of all time is going to be the hardest for me to like actually form in my head, but we'll see how we go. Yeah, I think Down Bad at the front of My Beloved. Yes, I don't think it's quite top 30 worthy yet. I'm also a bit anxious to put too many in top 30 worthy. Next up, we have our track 5, or the first of our track 5s, if you consider track 5 on the Anthology another track 5. And that's So Long London. This song, when I first heard it, I was so moved. Everything that she talks about with the imagery that she uses, the white knuckle dying grip for holding on to this relationship while it's just sinking and slipping from her grasp. She's trying everything to keep it alive. I really identify with that whole messaging. Not currently. I always feel like I have to preface this. My current relationship is practically perfect. Don't read into anything about that. But So Long London, yeah, I really love that song. And I think it's going to go at the top of My Beloved as well. I don't think it's top 30 of all time worthy. I'm just thinking about what I've got in my top 30 of all time. And I don't think I can quite safely put it in there yet, but by the end we'll see if we need to rearrange anything. But I really, really love this song. I love the driving beat throughout the whole thing. It's very anxiety inducing. I love the use of lyrics that she has in this song. It's really so magical. And I think track 5s are typically her most raw, and I think that So Long London definitely delivers on that in terms of like raw emotions and that kind of thing. Next up we have our track 6, But Daddy I Love Him. I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm just gonna rank it. Top 30 of all time, baby. Oh my god, when I first heard this song and I heard those first lyrics, I forgot how the West was won. Now I'm running with my dress unbuttoned. I love this song so much. Oh my god, truly, yeah. When I first heard this song, I was on the floor. I was saying originally that it felt very like fearless coded. I think in my brain, and I still feel this now, it reminds me a lot of like Love Story. It's got that same kind of feeling as Love Story in the proving to people, no, we belong together. Like, don't listen to what other people have to say. We were meant to be together, and I don't care. I literally don't care what anyone else is going to say about us. I'm enjoying us as we are, kind of thing. And yeah, I was sat for it. Yeah, she does say my name in this song in a not nice way, Taylor. Every time I listen to it, I can't believe that the song is over 5 minutes because I'm just having such a good time and every minute of the song is used so well. I really can't believe that it is as long as it is. It's perfect. It is truly a masterpiece. I love this song so much. The fact that it's the first song on the Tortured Poets Department set of the Era Store, yeah, it deserves to be there. And next up we have Fresh Out the Slammer. Fresh Out the Slammer, I love it for a few reasons. I love the kind of guitar sound at the beginning, and like that's kind of all the way through it. I love that like Western, like dark Western kind of feel that it has. I also love, and I think originally when I first listened to it, I was in shock about this, but I love the tempo change toward the end of the song. You know how you want to hear it when you're listening to the whole album, but when you pick out songs that you're going to listen to, it might not be one of those. That's how it felt. However, I'm sure with more listens, I'm probably going to have a different opinion. It's just really creative. It's got such a pretty melody. Again, I feel like I do kind of relate to this kind of when you feel trapped in a relationship and you're like, okay, I can finally have fun again. Not necessarily that I understand having someone to go to straight away, but like I understand to a degree that you're kind of dreaming of like something perfect that's waiting for you if you just know it's not a salvageable relationship. I just love the imagery of this song. I love the sound of it. I think I have to put it in My Beloved, but where am I going to put it? I think I have to put it... Ooh, I think I'm going to put it on the end. I think I like My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys better, but it's very close. That was very hard for me to pick where it goes in that row. It is so good. And I think maybe it is a little bit of an underrated song, I feel. I don't know. Maybe it's just my side of Twitter that I'm on. I don't see people chatting about it very often. Can I have a little commotion for Fresh Out the Slammer? Thanks. And the next song up we have is Florida featuring Florence and the Machine. Oh my god, this song. I really do love this song so much. It was an instant hit for me. I think I said in my original video, I need to start listening to Florence and the Machine properly because I couldn't believe how beautiful she sounded on this song. I've obviously heard a few songs of hers, like the hits, but I've never given her time. And I think that she deserves some time in my ears. So I haven't done that yet. If you like Florence and the Machine, or you started listening to Florence and the Machine after hearing Florida, tell me what you're listening to and give me some suggestions, because I would really love some suggestions of where to start, because Florence has quite a bit of music for me to go through. I just adore this song so much. In fact, I adore it so much that it's in top 30 of all time, for sure. I love the sound of it. I love the swamp. I love it. I love feeling like I'm a little hag in my swamp. Yeah. I can already see the Shrek comments coming, okay? I know. Yeah, I love Shrek. And I think Shrek would love Florida too. It's just such a fun song, and I love that the doosh, 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 doosh sound is 8 times, which is the same amount of letters as Florida. So you go, Florida, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think there's a single person on earth that doesn't realize that connection anymore. But if you didn't, there you go. I'm always listening to it. I do have a fear that it will drop for me in I'll overplay it and it will slip down the ranks. But right now, every time I hear it, I'm just like, oh yeah, that song. That song just slaps unnecessarily hard. It's so good to me. And now the next song, we got a really good run of songs here, okay? So stay with me. But the next song up we have is Guilty as Sin. And similarly to But Daddy I Love Him, I feel like I can't talk about this song. I just need to put it somewhere. And that's right at the front of the top 30 of all time. Guilty as Sin, I can't formulate the words that need to be said that give this song justice. I just crave hearing this song every day. Like, you could put on Guilty as Sin, I just would never stop wanting to hear it. If I had to be stuck in a room and only hear one song for the rest of my life, what if he's written mine on my open thigh, only in my mind? That would be me, trapped in a little room, listening to Guilty as Sin. That song, it just does it for me. Like I said in my perfect set list for the Eras tour, I really wanted to put Guilty as Sin on, and I think truly that Taylor could have found a way to put it in there in some capacity, although I didn't find a way to put it in there, so maybe it's not possible, but I just think that this song is so good. It truly is one of the highlights of this album. And yes, it is a song about cheating in some capacity, even though she hasn't done, it's the whole idea of not acting on these feelings, but having these feelings for someone else. Thinking so deeply about wanting to be with someone or maybe just being so infatuated with someone and just dreaming of it. And are you guilty for doing that while you're in a relationship? The answer is yes. That doesn't stop this song being just the best song ever, maybe. Next up, we have Who's Afraid of Little Old Me? Truly one of the standouts, again, of the Eras tour, one of the most wow moments of this new era of the Eras tour. Oh my god. When I first heard this song, I was like, everybody shut up. Everybody shut up right now, because it is truly so, oh my god, is this song so good and fun and creepy and crazy. The power of female rage in music and even in all media is so special, and I want to talk about it because I feel very passionately about it. I remember seeing Anthony Fantano absolutely chew this song up and spit it back out. Most of the time, I appreciate hearing Anthony Fantano's opinion. Unfortunately for this album, he and I are at odds a lot, because I think there are some criticisms that he makes that he wouldn't make for other people, and it pissed me off. But he made some criticisms for this song that I just think were unfair. This song is so fun. This song is so important. And this song, I think specifically, is something that a lot of women and female presenting people are going to really identify with, because there is something about being pushed so far because you were not listened to, you weren't heard, and then all of a sudden you bubble up and bubble over all of these feelings, and then people are like, whoa, holy fuck, she's crazy, dude. No, bro. No. If you just paid attention for 5 minutes, this would never have happened. So this song is definitely in top 30 of all time. Where am I putting it though? I am putting it... I'm putting it in second. Guilty as Sin is still my top favorite. Controversial, honestly, for me to put it in front of But Daddy I Love Him for me personally. I really love it so much. And I think, yeah, the heart of it is really something that I identify with. And that's why I like it so much. It's another song that I really fear, much like Florida, is going to drop down the ranking for me. I have put it on a listening ban currently because if I listen to it too much, I will ruin it for myself. I don't want that to happen because I really do like it. But hearing it all the time on the Eras tour and hearing it a lot in my like listening of it over the last month and a bit, I am scared that I'm going to overplay it because I just really like it and I was really craving it in the beginning. So I'm putting myself on a ban for it, but it is truly one of the best. Next up we have I Can Fix Him. No, really, I can. Like I've said before, I like every one of the songs on Tortured Poets Department. So don't get me wrong about what I say about this song. If it's one of your favorites, don't listen to me. Just don't. Just tune out for 5 seconds. I do really like this song. And again, it's another very relatable kind of topic for the song, very relatable theme. I think there's something sonically that I just don't click with yet. And maybe it's just because it's a little bit of a slower song, but it's not necessarily like there's a lot of songs that are slow that I really like. It's just not interesting in my ears yet. I'm giving it time. I often find that things that I say I don't necessarily like as much, they end up becoming favorites. I'm tempering expectations there, but I Can Fix Him, No Really I Can. I'm still processing it. It's still gonna jive with me. It's not a sound that I particularly gravitate towards. I really love low register Taylor in it though. But yeah, I'm still thinking about it. I'm sure it'll have its time. I'll go through a phase and I'll just be like, oh, I Can Fix Him, No Really I Can. And you'll be like, oh yes, okay, it's finally happening. Next up we have loml, or as we now know, Loss of My Life. Taylor Nation, When I Find You. For making us think that it was Love of My Life, and then we find out it's Loss of My Life when I find you. Wow, this song. Yeah. If I'm in the mood to cry profusely, oh, I know what I'm putting on. Oh my God. This song really, it just breaks my heart. A lot of people think that this song should have been the track 5. I think people mix up kind of raw and real emotion of track 5s with being sad because a lot of the track 5s are sadder songs. Oh, this song, it's so good. It's so sad. I feel like every time I hear it, I'm like, I love the melody of the song. I love the production of the song. It's just, I'm going to put this in my beloved, I think. I really do like the song. Fresh Out the Slammer. Oh, it's gone ahead of that. My Boy in the Back. Oh, it's gone in front of that. Oh. 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 I'm putting it after So Long London. Controversial, yet brave. I really do like the song though. It's phenomenal. I'm a huge fan. Next up we have I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. Oh, there's so much that I have to say about this song. I love this song. The first time I heard it, I was really taken aback by the topic of it. Obviously from the title, we knew that this song was going to be sad and was likely to be upbeat because we really thought that it was going to be about the Eras tour, and it was. Like I said in my original video about the Tortured Poets Department, it is kind of like Bejeweled where the music doesn't necessarily match the lyrics. They're at odds with each other for effect, obviously. I love the way it sounds. I think it's just a fantastic and fun song. There's so many clever elements to the production of it. Like, for example, the metronome cue, the 1, 2, 3, 4 in the song. Really great. This song though is so depressing. I really, with a good conscience, cannot listen to it. I love it on the Eras tour. I think that the way that it was performed, where all the references to the Eras tour being some of the moves in the song, that's just so clever. It really, the choreographer for the Eras tour and Taylor, they're both just so intelligent in the way of presenting the song. And so I appreciate the song, but I just can't listen to it. And so I've got to put it in Could Be the Move. That's going to hurt so many people. I love the song. I cannot listen to it. It hurts me so much to listen to. That's also part of why I haven't been watching the Eras tour since Tortured Poets has been on there, because I can't bring myself to watch that and then like be ready to listen to the surprise songs. It just hurts me so much. So I hope that you can all understand why I put it there. I don't in any way mean to disrespect the song. It's just that I can't listen to it. It's just so sad to me. But next up we have The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. This song I've gone on a big journey with. I think when I first listened to this song, I enjoyed it and I thought there was a lot of funny lyrics. Like funny in a like, wow, clever. Ooh, I love that reference kind of way. I think I've gone on a long journey of it with I've enjoyed listening to it the first time. It's not one that I gravitate toward. However, watching it on the Eras tour gave me such a different appreciation for the song that made me love it way more. I feel like it was always meant to have that kind of marching drum beat. I love the way that it's performed. I love how sad it is and how like raw the lyrics are. I still find it hard to listen to because it is sad, but I really like it. And I'm going to be putting it in Could Be the Move. I feel a bit comfortable about that one. Should I be uncomfortable? Somebody tell me about it. Okay, next up we have The Alchemy. This song is very tongue-in-cheek. This song, like how I should stop being so serious about me, like that's how I should have been when I first listened to it, I feel that way about The Alchemy. I shouldn't be thinking about, especially considering what we've seen on the earlier part of the album, I shouldn't be thinking about the lyrics so hard and being like, oh, this is so silly. But The Alchemy, I think it's an interesting song that she's put on there. I love the way she talks about her and Travis. I love that he gets a song. There's another song about him that I have different feelings about. But I never gravitate toward the song. I feel really bad saying this. I think some of the lyrics to me, they're not silly enough to be charming yet in my mind. I'll probably get there. But like when she says the blokes sitting on the bench, you know, they're on the winning team, la la la. The touchdown, you know, all the lyrics that are toward football, I find them currently not to be endearing, but more just cringe. And I will get there. I promise I will get there. And I think also because it's a slower song that in my like listening experience so far, I haven't had like a moment with. I have to put it in still processing. It's not bad. I do enjoy listening to it. It's just not personally my favorite. There are other songs that I feel shine currently for me much more than it, but I'm willing to get there on it. And lastly, on the Tortured Poets Department main album part, we have Clara Bow. So when I was first listening to the album, I remember saying my predictions of my top 3 favorite songs when we just knew about the main part of the album. I think I said it was going to be Guilty as Sin, Florida, and Clara Bow. I think they were my guesses. I am anticipating my favorite songs on the album to be So Long London, Guilty as Sin, and Clara Bow. And then when I listened to it in that video, I remember being like, there are parts of this song that I don't like, or I think could have been done differently and I would have enjoyed them more. Or maybe that was the way that I thought that they were going to go and then they didn't go that. And so there was a little bit of a jar because I didn't anticipate the way it was going to go. This pre-chorus I really like, and I think it's building up to something really cool. The chorus on that first listen, there was like something I would have preferred to have heard. So I would have heard, this town is fake, but you're the real thing. Something like that. Or like, just make it a little bit more interesting than, It's just a bit robotic. And so for that, it left me with like a little bit of a funny feeling, but I enjoyed it overall. Now having listened to it, I can confirm that it was just, I needed to get used to it because I love this song. I think about it all the time. Oh my God. There's so many lyrics. I'm getting like choked up about thinking about some of the lyrics. Like, I'm not trying to exaggerate, but I think I might die if it happened. Die if it happened to me. No one in my small town thought I'd see the lights of Manhattan. All that, like that part of the song, those like the pre-chorus, I guess. Oh my God, it's so emotional to me. And I love the chorus. Yeah, I've really come around on it. I think I remember saying that I would have edited part of the way that it was sung. No, not anymore. I really like the song so much. It's one of those songs that, yeah, it just touches you. And it really touched me. Just like I said with Who's Afraid of Little Old Me, I think if you are female or female presenting, there's a part of Clara Bow that just resonates with that. That's just that experience of being female presenting in any capacity. You are only valuable while you are young and beautiful. And then you're going to be plucked and thrown away because everything that was good about you when I took you at that one time, well, you're going to wither and die after this. this now. Like the idea of like, okay, in your prime, that's you, and your prime is like that. And now we're going to move on to the next one, who you remind me of, and like, you know, the next people that are coming up in Taylor's spot. To have written a song that is literally, you know, the things that people say to you, like, you look like Stevie Nicks, and then people going to the next pop girly and being like, you look like Taylor Swift. To be so aware of that, like, I'm sure that that's something that, you know, she would have, like, maybe some anxiety about, or just think about in the back of her head. Maybe it's not manifesting hugely, but like, you know, it's something that she's thought about, obviously, if she's putting it in a song. Isn't that crazy? So it's definitely going in My Beloved, but where is it going? I think I have to put it just after loml. I really love it. I love the sound of it. I love what it's about. Yeah, I'm all about Clara Bow. Actually, I'm going to put it at the front of My Beloved. I really like it. I think I'm having a bit of a love affair with it currently. When I first listened to it, I liked it. I knew it still needed to process in my brain. And right now, having been nearly 2 months, my brain is like, this song is the best and everyone needs to listen to it. That's where I'm at with it currently. Who knows? It could be in top 30 of all time soon. Who knows? Now we move on to the Anthology. And now the Anthology, I would say, if I had to like pick between which one I like more of the kind of double album, the Anthology is definitely where like the sound of it really is in my heart. I love the kind of synth 80s sound of the first half. The second half is very reminiscent of like Evermore and Folklore to me, and that's just the sound I gravitate towards, so that's why I think I like it a little bit better, but we'll see with the ranking, I suppose. Now, starting with the Black Dog. Oh my god, do I love this song. Oh, it's just so pretty. And like when she sings the Old Habits, I screaming. I love it so much. Is it top 30 of all time? I don't think so. I think I really do love it so much, and it's hard for me to not put it in there, but I don't know if it would be top 30 of all time. Right now, I'm having a love affair with it. Will I always? Like, I feel like I'll have a love affair with all of the songs in top 30 of all time forever. The Black Dog, will I always? Not sure. Now, is it better than Clara Bow? Not sure. I'm going to put it after Clara Bow. I might move that around, but I think that that's fine where it is right there. This is one song, I feel bad that I'm outing Anthony Fantano so much. I respect him, okay? But so some things that he said that I just didn't like, okay? Like, he was criticizing her about, well, if you knew you had your location on, why didn't you turn it off? That's an invasion of privacy.
I am someone who, until recent events, you shared your secrets with and your location, you forgot to turn it off, and so I watch as you walk. That is the start of the song. Is this track about cheating or lying or anything like that? No. Taylor is just watching her ex's moves through her phone as if it's any of her business, and then being judgmental about what her ex is doing as if she's not being weird. A normal person or someone with boundaries or respect for privacy would see what she saw at the start of the song and say like, oh, hey, they forgot to stop sharing their location. I'll turn it off. But instead, she's sitting here writing a song about fuming over where he is. Oh, she's too young to know a song. Like, weren't you just earlier on the record being pissed at people for being judgmental over, like, them knowing what's better for you? And also, what's a more worrying and toxic trait? What you just mentioned in this track about this girl this guy is dating, or sitting there angry on your private jet, watching a dot on a map and pretending you were the perfect partner, and then writing a song that is just blatantly unself-aware of how just unflattering it's coming across. It's just gross and obsessive and weird.
Dude, do you remember what you said about Kill Bill? SZA? Shut the fuck up, dude. If you if you can be okay with the lyrics like, you know, I'm gonna kill my ex and I'm gonna kill his new girl, like, then you can be okay with, oh fuck, like, yeah, I still have his location on and I happened to look because I was a little bit curious, and then I'm like, oh, do you know what I mean? Shut the fuck up! Which is worse, killing someone? Or finding out you have your location on for someone that you're no longer with? Okay, sound off in the comments, which is worse. But yeah, I love the melody of the song. I love how she sings the song. It is sad, but it's a cathartic kind of sad where it's like, do you know what I mean? It just feels good to listen to. I love the Black Dog. Next up we have I'm Gonna Get You Back. I remember when I first was listening to this, it didn't even connect to me that Olivia Rodrigo had brought out Get Him Back. And like that they were the same kind of concept of song where like it's that double meaning of Get Him Back, I'm gonna get you back, like I'm gonna get you back and I'm gonna get you back. You know what I mean? So it hadn't connected in my brain at that point, but now obviously I've seen it a lot that people were making that connection like, oh, that's the same. It's interesting that they're talking about the same thing. Mother and daughter. I really like the way the song sounds. It's so fun. And I also love the that part of the song. Oh, I love it. It's very pretty. It's very fun. Where am I going to put it though? Oh, this is so hard. It's really hard having like sad songs in there as well because like I don't want to disrespect them. Because sad songs, they have so much meaning and they're so raw. When I think about what I'm going to like listen to when I'm just having a good time and I'm just shuffling through songs, you know, I'm probably going to gravitate toward the fun ones, right? Hard to say. I'm going to put this after Loss of My Life. I do like it more than Down Bad. And I think I like Loss of My Life more than I'm Gonna Get You Back. That's my thinking currently, but that's subject to change. I do really like the song. I love the lyrics. It's just fun, you know? Next up we have the Albatross. Now, if everyone remembers, when I did my perfect Eras Tour set list, I had only 3 Tortured Poets Department songs. I had the Albatross, I had I Hate It Here, and Who's Afraid of Little Old Me. The Albatross is truly one of my favorite songs of all time. I very heavily am considering getting the Albatross version of the record because I just love it so much. I love the witchy vibe. There's just something about it, the way it swells. It is just an experience, an oral experience. Oh, my ears. I love it. That's top 30 of all time. And is it better than Guilty as Sin? I nearly put it down. No, I think I like Guilty as Sin better. Do I like it better than Who's Afraid of Little Old Me? I think I do. The Albatross to me, this concept, kind of like Who's Afraid of Little Old Me, this concept of being like a dangerous woman or like be careful, like falling in love with him. I've heard they have a bad reputation because of la 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 la. I feel like I really resonate with that. Now, I said this to my partner and my partner was like, huh? What? I don't need to be careful being with you. What are you talking about? But there's something about it. I feel like I'm very hard to be with or very hard to love just based on past experiences. And very honestly, just to have a heart to heart with all of you, it just takes being with the right person for that feeling to go away. That like theming for a song, I'm obsessed with it. And it being in a Taylor Swift song and in a kind of sonic way that I enjoy, yeah, I'm all about it. Next up we have Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus. There is part of me with this song that feels like I have to not like it because I hate saying the name of it. The sound of this song is so good. And it just is sad and it's a very vulnerable song and I really like it. It's just so magical the way that the music swells and I love that it's similar to Champagne Problems in the kind of piano part of it. It's just a really pretty song. I'm gonna put it in Could Be the Move. I really like it though, and I think if I sit on it a little bit more, or keep liking it more and more and more, I think I like it more than The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, but not more than I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. I feel good about that. Next up we have How Did It End? This is the second track 5. In a sense, it's the track 5 of the anthology. This song is so sad, bro. Oh, this song is so sad. I'm just gonna cry about it while I think about it. Oh my god. It's so pretty and it just gives me the tingles when I hear it. I love the way that Taylor's voice sounds as she sings it. The concept of it, it is natural for people to be interested and curious about, you know, a relationship breakdown. Even just in my personal life, I know people that have pretty recently ended relationships and there's a little part of you that you just have to shut the fuck up. That's like, okay, but what happened? Because first of all, like there's two parts of it. Like it comes from a caring place, and it also comes from a place of curiosity. It's something that I found hard to navigate, and I think hearing it as someone who is the person who just broke up and not wanting to have to relive it by telling it each time, like that's so, it's a topic that I find really interesting and sad, and it's just a look into being so high profile, knowing so many people, not only people on the outside, but also people on the inside that will also be asking that question. It's one of those moments where it's like, I wish no one knew me so that I didn't have to put on a brave face and tell everyone that, like, I'm sad now, lol. And where am I going to rank it though? This one's going to be hard. I actually think I'm debating whether I put it in My Beloved or Could Be the Move. I think I like it better than Fresh Out the Slammer, but I think that's where it has to be. I really like the song. It's really beautiful. I find that all of the Anthology is just very magical, and the way that it sounds is just, it just goes so hard. Next up we have So High School. I know a lot of people love this song. It is really so good. The second Travis song in this album, and there's something so beautiful about it. It is so pure. It is so innocent, just talking about how something fills you with so much happiness that you feel like you're back in high school. You feel like you're young and in love and nothing can touch you and you're just being silly. Yeah, the line about Grand Theft Auto is there. And guess what? I don't give a fuck. It's like opening up a diary and reading, this beautiful little story of two people in love. Like, I'm all about it. I love the way it sounds. I love all the references in it. It is just so good. But where am I going to rank it? I'm going to put it after the Black Dogs. I think that feels good. I feel bad putting it before So Long London, which I think is truly a stellar song. Is it such a crime for me to enjoy Taylor Happy over Taylor Sad? Next up we have I Hate It Here. I said this before, it was in my 3 songs that I put in the Eras Tour, my version. Everyone ragged on this song. For that one lyric. Playing a game where you would live in a decade that's not this one. And she says she'd pick the 1830s, but without all the racists. When you look at that lyric by itself and you don't think critically that, there's actually a whole song around that lyric. It could be like, what was she trying to say here? But guess what? If you just listen to the song, you find out what she's saying there. And I think that with a lot of this album, people were picking out single lyrics and just being so rude about them for no reason. This song, from the moment I started listening to the end of that first time I listened, I was on an emotional roller coaster. The way that it sounds is so beautiful. I'm getting emotional even thinking about it. This song really has had the most impact on me of any of the songs on this album. I love that it references being so upset about your current situation that you leave, that you go into your dreams, your fantasies in your mind, your secret garden. I love the references. I love the being a poet inside the body of a finance guy. I love it is so beautiful. It is so sad. It is so emotional, so moving, and it is my favorite song of the double album. That's crazy. That's actually the first time I have admitted that properly, because Guilty as Sin I have been like, yeah, that's my favorite song. La 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 la. But you've heard it here first. After nearly 2 months of listening to it, I Hate It Here is the tippity top and nothing can touch it. I don't know if I'll ever get over that song. Truly, I don't know that I'll ever get over that song. Right now, if I can be real with you for just a brief moment, like all people, everyone goes through struggles, but I truly am in a time of my life that I am struggling so much. My job just sucks, and not like the job itself, like the culture at work just sucks. And very honestly, we have to move from this place in a few months, and that's stressing me out. And thinking about having to try to buy a place or waste money renting for another year until we can save up to buy a place. I just can't right now. And yeah, I hate it here. And I've been doing a lot of reading recently so that I can escape the realities of life. So truly this song, it came to me at the perfect time, and I'm enjoying it, and it's speaking to me currently because, yeah, I'm going to secret gardens in my mind. Okay? Currently. So yes, favorite song. I love you. Thank you, Taylor Swift, for writing this song for me. Next up we have Thank You aIMee with KIM capitalized. I really enjoyed this song when I first listened to it. I love the way that it sounds. I love that it's Petty Taylor. There's a lot about it I really like. I think it's really enjoyable to listen to. I'm not upset when I put it on. Is it a standout though? Like when I think about all of the songs that are in My Beloved, I think all of them are standouts. And honestly, I think I have to put it at the end of Could Be the Move. I do really like it, but I think I like the other songs that I have in Could Be the Move better. And I'm giving it a lot of praise because I do really like it. And I like it that it's snarky, but I just, it's kind of one of those songs where I'm like, I listen to it that one time and I'm happy in that moment. I think, oh, it's so clever. But it's not something that I'm gravitating towards. And by no fault of its own, it's not a bad song at all. It's just like, I've heard it. Okay, I don't need to keep hearing it. Whereas like, I hate it here. I have to have that problem, that processing in my mind at all times. You know what I mean? It's infectious. It's got to be in my mind. Whereas, Thank You aIMee. Okay, yeah, I really enjoyed listening to it. And I listen to it, still. I'm not gravitating toward it. And that's just the way it is. Next up we have I Look Through People's Windows, the shortest track on the double album. This song is so pretty. This song is so pretty. I love it so much. I do wish it was longer because it's so pretty. I love the music of this song. What am I going to do with you? I don't know where to place it though. I'm going to put it before Tortured Poets Department, but after Down Bad. That feels right for that song. I really like it. I love what it's about. I love the whimsical fairy tale storybook kind. I nearly said storybook. Okay, Once Upon a Time. I love that sound that it has, which is really giving it points. I'm all about it. I wish it was longer, but not in a way that it's bad that it's short. I wish it was longer because I'm just enjoying it so much. Next up we have The Prophecy. This song, truly, if I was not in a loving, committed relationship where I feel at ease, in love, happy, if I had had this song 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, this song would have been in my heart and I would have been like, Taylor Swift, how did you do it again? How did you do it again? So this song is very touching to me. I love it's so sad. All these things that I have in life, I would throw it all away so that I could find my person. And it doesn't even have to be with someone else. It can be in myself. Like just that longing. I'm screaming and crying, begging for this to happen. And it's just, I love the concept of it. I love the way it sounds so much. I'm gonna put it after The Black Dog. I think I'm okay with that. It's really hard because I really love that song. Do I like it more than Black Dog though? I don't know. It's so hard. I love ranking. Also I hate ranking videos. It's all too hard. Next up we have Cassandra or Cassandra. I still don't know how I would go about it. I think I said Cassandra because that's how it is in Assassin's Creed. And I was like, if I had heard it in like real life, someone's name, Cassandra, that's what they would be. It is a Greek story though. So I said Assassin's Creed, Cassandra. Maybe it should be Cassandra. Anyway, I really love the sound of this song. Like I love that beat. I think it's very pretty. I love what it's about. I love the I put my hand up and I said that there was an issue and none of you bitches listen to me because you all have like a vested interest in not shaking the mold, not putting any pressure on your structure because you're benefiting from it. I think as far as I understand the meaning of Cassandra, it's about the relationship with Scooter Braun and everything to do with the record label and stealing her music and all that. Now, after all of this, after she made such a fuss and no one listened to her, now everyone is going through the process of making sure they have their masters or they're re-recording their music. Do you believe her now? I love it. I do really like the song. I love how it sounds. It's not one that I necessarily gravitate toward. I'm going to put it after Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus. I really like the song and I'm happy when I'm listening to it, obviously. It's just, not one that I'm like, oh yeah, I feel like listening to Cassandra today. Maybe I'll get there. Maybe it'll be my favorite song. But I really liked listening to it. It's kind of like Thank You aIMee, where at the moment that I listened to it, I was really enjoying it and now I've listened to it. And I don't necessarily feel like I need to hear it again, but I'm happy that I do hear it again. Do you know what I mean? Okay, we've only got 4 left now. Keep it going. Next up we have Peter. Now Peter is like the follow-on from Cardigan, the Peter losing Wendy line of Cardigan, and now you said you were gonna grow up and then you were gonna come find me. That I love this song. And I love that it has a link to Cardigan, which we now know Cardigan was about Maddie Healy. And I think it's so pretty. I'm going to put it at the front of Could Be the Move. So happy every time I hear it. It's such a pretty song. It's so pretty. I don't know. There's nothing more I can say about it. It's not a standout of the anthology, although I do really like it. But I don't hate it in any capacity. There's nothing wrong with it necessarily. I'm just still thinking about it in some kind of ways. I think even now it's still like I'm still processing kind of the back part of the anthology just because the album's so long, bro. And so there's still some concepts that I'm still working through. Not that this is that hard to listen to, but yeah. It's not something I'm necessarily fully gravitating toward, but I really love it. I don't think it is better than like Fresh Out the Slammer, and I also don't know that I should put it at the end of the My Beloveds because it's not my beloved, but I do really like it. Then we have The Bolter. I'm gonna hurt people so much with this. I know I'm gonna hurt people so much with this. When I first listened to the song, I was a little bit confused about who the song was about, and that's made me stumble on listening to it. And even now I enjoy it and like it, but I'm not with it yet. I think I'm still processing it, and in all honesty, it's going at the end of it. I do like the sound of the song, don't get me wrong. Of the vinyl variants, it's my least favorite of the vinyl variants, if that makes any sense. Then we have Robin. Robin is for Aaron's son, Robin, and I think that this song is really cute, and I like it, but it's a song that I just don't listen to, and it's for no fault of its own. It's not for me, it's for Robin. Robin Dessner, actually. And for that reason, I'm going to put it at the end of Could Be the Move. It's just, yeah. Do you know what I mean? And then finally we have the Manuscript. This song, when I first heard it, I was like, wow, I'm so happy that I got this vinyl variant because this song is so good. And I think to encapsulate the whole era, the Manuscript is the perfect end song. It sounds so pretty. The meaning of it is so beautiful. The throwback to like All Too Well, I really like it. Now, do I gravitate towards listening to it though? Not necessarily, but I just love it so much. I'm going to put it before Peter in Could Be the Move. I really like it, but I was talking about it with my partner. If I had to reach for any of the vinyl variants, I'm going to be listening to the Albatross, obviously, but I'm also going to be listening to the Black Dog. Like, they're really easy for me to listen to. The Bolter, I'm not gravitating towards it currently, and the Manuscript, I like it definitely better than the Bolter at this stage. I like it in the story that I'm paying attention to. It's like a poem. I'm experiencing the poem and I'm enjoying it. But in terms of in my shuffle, yeah, I'll listen to it, but I'm not going to actively seek it out. Do you know what I mean? I think you get what I mean. Anyway, that is my ranking. I think I'm pretty happy with everything, so I'm not going to move anything around. But I'd love to know what your ranking is. I definitely feel like the anthology is where my heart currently sits a little bit more. I'm still processing it, obviously. I think that the kind of poetry element of the poetry, isn't that so funny? The Tortured Poets Department. The poetry of the anthology is really where my heart is. I also think that it is a more formed, thought out part of the album than the first half, but that doesn't discount it at all. I love it. So yeah, please tell me what you think of all of this. Tell me what I got wrong. Tell me what I got right. And if you like this video and you love Taylor Swift and you love all things music and all that kind of stuff, please feel free to hit that subscribe button because I'm putting videos out as often as I honestly can. I hope that you're all safe. I hope that you're all happy, and I hope that you're all hydrated, and I'll see you all next time.